man. Y'all know what's up, man. Y'all know I'm on one. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? I'm still turned up from yesterday about this shit. You hear me? Because I sit back and I look at. Let me see. I look at these other so-called OGs. You hear me? And not all of them. You know what I'm saying? Certain ones. You know what I'm saying? And most of the OGs they be talking to OG talk. A lot of motherfuckers dumb as shit. You hear me? A lot of them dumb as hell. You hear me? You can tell how they. You know what I'm saying? They talking about me, but I'm analyzing this whole game from a different level. You hear me? And today, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give a story about the experience that I had, and really, I'm gonna let women know what it is. You hear me? Cause see, while I'm speaking to the women too, and some of you fathers, man, most of you fathers too need to pay attention to certain shit. You hear me? And I'm gonna show you like how your kids tell on you, bro. And the reason why I'm saying like that is because you know I had a friend of mine, right? And the friend of mine, like he got his little nephew with him, you hear me? So the nephew, like 2 years old. Little nephew probably 2, maybe 3 years old, going on 3. So I'm playing with nephew, you hear me? I'm playing with him, like punching on him and stuff, know him, boom, playing with him and shit. So nephew say, "You hit me. Ooh, you hit me. I'll go get my gun, shoot you." Go around the corner, boom. He come back, plastic gun. This 2 years old now, maybe going on 3. Pulling it, pop, pop, laughing. You hear me? So I said, maybe that was a little fluke or something like that. Maybe it was a fluke. So I tell my homeboy, do the same thing, man. Let me see. So he do the same thing, same result. You hit me. Get my gun, shoot you. That's what I mean. So now the first thing, damn, get my gun, shoot you. 2, 3 years old. What is mama showing him? You hear me? Because you got to be seeing something for a kid, 2, 3 years old. We talking about you hit me, get my gun, shoot you. What is he seeing and who's putting something in his head? This is a kid. So the first thing I say is, damn, she better get a hold of that now or she going to jail. You see what I'm saying? Because kids are innocent. They're just going to say it. They see it, they're going to say it. Oh, you ugly. Kids are mean. Not mean, but I'm going to say brutally honest. Just use that word. That's a better word. Most kids are brutally honest. And I'm going to give you an example too where, like, as a parent, it's important to kind of listen and pay attention to the kind of music that your kids listening to. You want to be able to pay attention to the stuff that your kids listen to. And the reason why I say that, because it kind of give you like the type of mentality that they're either in or going toward. And I didn't get it back then when mom used to be like, turn that rap off, boy. All that boopity bop bop. If you my age, you know that. Mom and grandma and they ain't trying to hear that rap. You pulling up in the yard, making all that noise. You hear me? Uh-oh, somebody retracted, huh? BG Biggest Fan, Big Thirsty. Message retracted. Who that? But anyway, that's a lot of stuff used to happen, man. Grandma pulling up, man, turn that stuff off. You got a whole loud ass boop. That's that devil music. Cut that stuff off. Got grandma coming out that devil music. But we think grandma and them, they tripping. They old school. Because what people really don't realize, most music comes from rebellion. That's why it's for kids. Certain rap and certain stuff is for kids. Because music, rock and roll was considered rebellious. Rap was considered rebellious. Happy birthday. Dirty 30, huh? Okay. Shit. I want for another man what they want for themselves. You hear me? But anyway, back to what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So when your mama and them was telling you back then, they was telling us. Now, I want you to be real. Everybody out there hear this shit. You hear me? If you're my age, did your mama not tell you to cut that Too Short off? When Too Short was coming down, Blowjob Betty, could you play that in front of your mama and your grandmama? I'm gonna see who answered this one. If you around my age, just say you 40 and up, Too Short. Say you with Too Short was out, man. Yeah, hit that like button, y'all. When you were listening to Too Short back then, would your mama allow you to listen to Too Short, Blowjob Betty? What's my favorite word, man? This Too Short known for saying bitch. What's my favorite word? Bitch. Bet you can't do it like short. Yeah. Be dog, y'all stay on the porch. All that Too Short. You hear me? That's what I'm saying. So your mama would tell you now, just think about it. Your little girl, 7, 8 years old, 10, come down looking for the hoes. Y'all ain't saying shit. You hear me? I'm looking for the hoes. We got 10-year-old girls saying that. Y'all ain't saying shit. You hear me? And as a parent, you got to monitor this type of stuff so you know what type of mind frame your kid growing up in. So it's no shock value. That's what I was telling y'all yesterday. There's no shock value to the kid no more. There's nothing that's shocking. To see certain stuff, you hear me? As a kid, man, used to fuck you up. Give you an example. Not anymore. If y'all hearing certain stuff, like we did wrestling. Remember, I always talk about wrestling, how it was fake. Wrestling comes from the Roman stuff, huh? They come from Roman shit, you hear me? And wrestling was made to be cool because you had Ric Flair, but they were coming out zesty as a motherfucker back then. Remember horse playing? Nigga trying to funky roll you, rub up on you. Know what I'm saying? All that. Acting like they put you in a wrestling mood. What they say Diddy was doing in the studio? Horse playing. That's wrestling. Nigga putting you in the wrestling mood, you hear me? They supposed to have a mental health problem if the motherfuckers that's guiding them or motherfucker that's saying is giving them fault the game or pieces of the game that's missing, you hear me? You always gonna be misguided or misunderstood or considered, you know what I'm saying, having mental issues when you ain't got nobody speaking on the stuff that you're going through, you feel me? What's up, Hindu? You gotta have somebody that's speaking on that shit that can detail it so they can map it out. Because remember back then, motherfuckers used to give you the game, you hear me? And tell you in detail because we had people that really actually did what they was talking about. So when you actually do what you're talking about, you can break that shit down, you hear me? You can't be talking about you had the sudden certain being this and that, but you ain't know how to cool in it, you hear me? You just talking. Or certain stuff that people just be talking about, but it's gonna be certain details or certain mannerisms that the person gonna have that you're gonna know either he did it or he been around it, you hear me? So a lot of time, another thing, when you was young, your mama used to tell your ass go in their room. Go in your room, grown folks talking. Go in your room. It's a game in there. You hear me? They got the video game in there, so you take your ass in their room and get in there. And when your mama had you come to call you in the room and tell you to dance, she tell you to do the Michael Jackson. She ain't saying go in this motherfucker and talk about no WAP and all that. You know what I'm saying? She telling you got you dancing to Michael Jackson. You hear me? All that. Do the Michael Jackson. No, she was telling you that. You hear me? You can't go in there and play no motherfucker Too Short. You know what I'm saying? You can't come down like that. Cocktails and all that. Your mama tell you, grandma about damn near slap the shit out you. Playing that shit. You was embarrassed to play certain music in front of your parents. That's what I'm talking about. So the respect level in the barrier is different because you thinking that you was by exposing your kid to certain shit that you really helping them or what you're really doing is fucking them up. You hear me? You're really fucking them up because you're making them grow up faster than what they really is, than they age. You're making them grown. And that's the whole thing. That's why you see a lot of these female rappers with little girl bodies. You know what I'm saying? They got the little girl body. Look, just think about it. Look at Sexy Red now. You might got a Megan Thee Stallion hand now. You hear me? But most of them, they consider model shape and slim, little chested, little boy bodies. My boy No Fame would say. A little boy body. This is what they're marketing. Because another thing you could think, Sexy Red could be 30-some years old, 31. But her body type will make her look like a young girl, you hear me? So she can still keep talking to your kids. They can still keep talking to your kids. Even Nikki, you hear me? Ain't no woman 40-some years old calling herself no bar. 40-some years old calling herself no barb. So I'm saying that to say that. You hear me? Just think about what your kids is listening to and it'll let you know where their mind frame at, man. It's your mama little brother. Your cool uncle kicking a little ism on a Friday. OG Freeze.